What's going on, guys? And welcome to the first episode of the Daily Dribble. My name is Cole Riley, and that's Blake Burnett. I'm going to throw it over to Blake, let him introduce himself, and then we'll get rolling.
Well, hey everyone. Hey Cole. Maybe you don't know me, but obviously you do. My name is Blake Burnett. I grew up in Kentucky, spent almost all of my life in northern Kentucky. Me and Cole met during college. We went to Kentucky Christian University. We played baseball, had a pretty good senior year, and he stayed one extra year. I wound up going into the real world, and I had a job in the northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area for about a year or two, and then I made the move to the best city in the land. The best football team plays here. It might not be that way right now, but I did move to Pittsburgh. You'll see the jersey. I'll always have something Pittsburgh on, but I moved here not just because of the football team, but because it was a good career opportunity for me. And I'm loving life in the Burgh right now. The Pittsburgh sports teams are 0-4. So the Penguins are 0-2, the Pirates are 0-1, and the Steelers, unfortunately, are also 0-1. And with me being a Pittsburgh active in the moment fan, but it's going to get better. I didn't want to come here with everything smooth, I wanted to come in the tough times, so that way when we're having the parades, I can say I've been through the trenches. So that's a little about me. Obviously, Cole and I wanted to do this podcast mainly so we could catch up with one another each week. Our lives have gotten pretty busy, but also just so we can share some insight, share some laughs, share some stories, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'll kick it back over to Cole.
Yeah, man, you said it pretty good. But yeah, like I said, my name is Cole Riley. We went to school together at KCU. I'm originally from South Carolina, so I made the move up to school and went there for all 4 years. Met Blake after his first school shut down for a little bit, and best decision you made coming to KCU. Now we're locked in.
Changed my career.
Yeah, but originally from South Carolina, went up to Kentucky for school. Met my amazing, beautiful wife there, and then after graduating, hey man, you'll get it, you'll get there one day.
Maybe.
After graduating, moved up to Cincinnati. That's where she's from. So I was around Blake a ton. We got to golf some. We got to work. We work for the same company, so that was pretty cool. He's kind of the reason why I got the job. So appreciate you.
I just wanted to sign on bonus, Cole. Let's be real.
I know you did. But yeah. So I moved up here, living up here, got ourselves a house. So it's been fantastic, and I'm excited for this podcast. We get on the phone probably every day, try at least, and like you said, with our busy schedules going on with with everything with work, with family,
okay. Let's clarify this. So I get phone calls when Cole's not busy with his wife. I usually get the calls if he's going to the grocery store. So I got a 10, 15-minute window. I mean, the rides home from work. I mean, I'm just garbage at this point, man. You got to take me out every once in a while. So.
No, listen, you're not garbage. We got a bromance, all right? My wife likes to say we have a we have a bromance, all right?
Yeah,
anytime he pops up on the phone, I try to answer it. If I can't,
it makes his day.
Sorry.
He's a married man, though. He's a married man.
It does, yeah. But yeah, that's about us. So we appreciate you guys listening and watching if you are watching. So we'll kick it off and
Cole, before we get going, these are unofficial potential sponsors. I was at CVS and got this electrolyte alkaline water first time. I enjoy it.
For body armor, okay.
You will too. And then two things. If you're trying to grow the flow, which I am, I got the Pete and Pedro salt for the Amazon store, and then Flow Bros. So if this ever becomes something other than parents and family and friends making fun of it, I'd like those sponsors. Oh, and Sour Patch Kids.
Those are my 4. Yeah, you love Sour Patch Kids, yeah.
Those are my 4.
I mean, if I had to throw one in there, it's Everyman Jack. Yeah, I got to keep the beard all nice, So
yeah, I can't.
Hopefully it'll grow in here one day. We'll see. But
yeah, just a baby.
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, so we'll throw it in our first topic. Nah. Can't be doing that. Nah, but we'll throw it in our first topic, which is the Super Bowl. So Blake, I got a question for you, man. Do you know who won the first Super Bowl?
Well, I won't lie, we kind of went over this before, but I did get it right. I think I was right. Yeah, I think it was the Packers.
Yeah, it is the
Okay.
Packers, and I don't know why you doubted why I would say it was if it wasn't. Like, you
Is it
got it
the
right, so
first?
good
Is
job.
it the first Super Bowl or the first like official Super Bowl when they merged from like the AFC to the NFL?
I'll be completely honest. I looked up the first Super Bowl winner, and it said the Packers. So we're gonna go with that. Okay.
Okay,
I
fact
have
check.
no idea.
Fact check.
We'll fact check it. We'll fact check it. Yeah,
But I'm right.
but
I'm 1-0.
1-0
Gotta.
so far. We'll see. We'll see. We'll keep the streak going though.
I get
But
2-0. You're gonna have to get T Grizzly on here. Ban me from Mary
I
Kay
could
Jewelry
try.
Store.
I could try, man. But who you got in the Super Bowl, man? I mean, I probably already know, but who you got? Or let
So
me ask. Hold on. Let me ask a better question. Who do you want to win, and who do you think is gonna win?
so this is a
Slash
layer.
no is gonna win.
Yeah, so this is kind of a layered question. I think all of America feels this way. The Eagles are better offensively, defensively. I wouldn't say they have the better coaches, but they should win. But they're not going to. It's going to be the
Nope.
Chiefs. They're going to find a way. They always do. It'll be a close game. Some bull crap will happen with the refs. There'll be a call. There'll be a play. For some reason, the Chiefs are everyone's kryptonite. It's like a mental thing. I mean, we played sports. When you go against the top team, it's in the
Yeah.
back of your head and you make mistakes. And we're going to see the
Mm-hmm.
Eagles do that. And I think that my prediction, just off rip, Chiefs 31, Eagles 27.
I was gonna be pretty close to that, but here's what I'll say. Okay, I saw the other day Gronk was on Jimmy Fallon. I think it was Jimmy Fallon. It might have been Jimmy Kimmel. Can't remember. Anyways, he's picked the last two Super Bowls. Like they've asked him on the show,
Who,
all right, who
Gronk?
do you got? Yeah, who do you got? It was Chiefs Eagles, and he was like, man, I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, guess what? The Chiefs won. Then last year, he was like, all right, well, who you got, Gronk? The Chiefs or the Niners? And he was like, man, I'm going with the San Francisco Niners. I think they're the best team. I think they're going to get it. Look who won, the Chiefs. So this year they were like, he was like, you know
Well,
what?
if they had a
I'm not
quarterback.
betting against the Chiefs 3 times in a row. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs 31, and I think he said the Eagles 26. So it's pretty close. But hey,
He's a man of taste.
if any magic's gonna happen, when he picks one team, the other team wins. So we're gonna hope that the Eagles win. But hey man, I agree with you. I really do. And we've talked about this plenty of times watching
Let
all
me
year.
let me ask you this. How many
Yeah.
times do they show Taylor Swift?
All right, we'll go over under 6.5.
Now, beginning of the season, they were showing her like almost every other play, and I think the NFL
Yeah.
kind of stopped doing that.
But you got to think about this too, though. Imagine if Travis catches at least a touchdown or two. They're going to show her every time.
Hmm.
So you got to think about that.
I think I think the 6.5. Obviously, when they show all the celebrities at the beginning, she's probably going to be shown
Mm-hmm.
at least twice.
Yeah, probably
Every
walking in, probably
catch.
sitting
I'm going over 6.5. I
over.
mean, the
Okay.
Super Bowl's pretty stacked with the commercials and all the
Yeah.
ads, but it's a big game. She'll be in the suite.
Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
I don't know if it's going to be over under. I really don't.
What's
I
the
just took a
betting line
guess.
on that?
So
There's got to be a line for it.
you'd have to look. I have no idea. Honestly, I couldn't tell.
I don't bet. I don't bet anymore, Cole.
I don't either. I lost too much. But but here's what I was going to say. So you got to think about with the Chiefs when it comes to everything. If you go back and you watch past years, I'm not going to say that they're not a good team because they are. They have a really good coach. Steve Spagnuolo is fantastic, defense coordinator, fantastic. I would love to have him over the Niners, but hey, we got Robert Salah now, so we're good. We're chilling. But hey, you got some good coaches. Patrick Mahomes is by far the best quarterback in the league, probably top player in the league. He can do everything. Well, here's what I'll say. They they piss me off to no end when they make a really, and it's not even him, it's the announcers. That's where I think everything happens. If you watch a game, right? Oh my God, I don't even remember what game it was, but it was the last game they played. Who they beat? Oh, the Texans. They played the Texans. It
Well,
was
they
like
beat the
fourth
Ravens.
and
No, it was the
didn't they play the
Bills. It was the
Texans?
Bills. It was the Bills.
Bills. Yeah, you're right. Sorry,
They did beat
they
the
played the Bills.
Texans, though.
Yeah, he threw a pass. All right, that was supposed to be a back shoulder pass. The ball hit the ground in front of the receiver. And I think it was like Tony Romo. I think it was. He was like, "Man,
Jim,
did you guys see that? Did you guys see that back shoulder pass he just threw?" I'm
Jim.
like, "What back shoulder pass? He
Yeah,
threw it in
that's
the
that's
dirt."
that's the one where he's like, man, he's
Yeah,
not used to a quarterback making that
dude.
throw.
And I was like,
It's
"Bro,
like everything they do is
you
just
can't say that he's making a good pass when it's not a good pass in the first place." Yes, he
everything
does a
is
lot of
just
good
straight
things.
glaze, honey bun glaze. You know how
Yeah,
they have the they have
and
like the
he's good.
Cinnabron shirt. They need a Cinema Holmes, just a
Yeah,
glaze all
and
over.
look, he's good, man. He's really good. Travis is really good. I don't really like him for reasons that if you realize I'm a Niners fan already, that you'll know exactly why I don't like him. But
Who's your daddy?
um, yeah, they are. They are. It is what it is. But the one thing about them though is I swear, and you were saying it earlier, when you play a good team, you got that mistake in the back of your mind. You're like, oh
Hmm.
man, I can't screw up. I can't do that, dude. Every single time the team, like the Bills, the Niners, I don't who was it? Denver this year. It was I can't remember who else. They would go and take the lead at the very end of the game. And then 3 plays later, they let Chiefs go down the field in 3 plays and score on a 75-yard drive. And it's like, is your defense not, do they not want to play? Like, what's going on?
I mean,
But
there's
then
a
you go back
lot.
and look at it, and it's like, oh, here's a holding. Here's a face mask that's not getting called. Here's illegal hands in the face that's not getting called. They're false starting every single play. Whoever 74 is, I think his name's like Taylor. Their
Yeah,
their
he keeps
right
false
their
starting.
right
Did you
tackle. Dude,
to
he
kind of
fall. Dude, it's like it's ridiculous, and they don't
have
ever
you
call it. And it's like, well,
have you seen all the media where the reporters are asking Travis and Patrick Mahomes who their favorite ref is, and you got to pull, dude.
well, I saw one. It was like
Do
something
you love
about
it
he was
was do
asking
you love Taylor
Travis about
Swift? He was asking Travis, do you love
yeah,
Taylor Swift or the
yeah,
phantom 15-yard uh,
yeah,
rough in the
and
passer
he's like,
calls? He's
and they're
like, good
like
question.
that reporter should
Next.
be fired. Yeah, he's like that reporter should be fired. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
legit question.
Well, I mean, you got to think. Let's look at it realistically. Like I said, they're kind of the kryptonite of the NFL, but think about it being a defender. You can't hit Mahomes. You have to be really
Hmm.
careful. He's also, I mean, he's got like the Brady protection, but just different because Mahomes is more mobile.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
there's a lot of factors, and then you'll just see NFL teams they'll forget how to tackle, they'll forget how to
Yeah,
play, and then schematically, Andy Reid is just a genius.
dude, and it's
And you
always at the end
can't,
of the game. I swear.
and it doesn't matter who they play because the Bills were better on paper, but if you see that game, they just out schemed them. They,
Dude, and Josh Allen, I thought played fantastic, and I was watching that
I
game, and
don't
I
think
like at the
so.
very. I mean, he didn't play his best game, but listen, he went down the field. They scored with plenty of time left for your defense to go out and stop them and get the ball back and be able just to run the clock out. They had plenty of time, right? The last drive of the game, I'm not gonna say that Dalton Kincaid dropping that pass was their fault. Like no, it was a good pass. I mean he tried lobbed it up. But my thing is, if you go back and watch the film on it, if you're watching the game in real time, when he gets the ball, he starts running straight to the right. There's 3 guys right there, like the Chiefs. If you look to the left, I don't remember who it was. It might have been Shakir. He
It
was
was
standing in the left.
it was a running back. So
David
that
was it
play,
Davis?
yeah, I watched. I forgot if it was Dan or Volsky or somebody break that play down. It was like a reverse wheel where the
Mm-hmm.
running back runs the entire way over and then comes out. Now,
Yeah.
whenever you slow everything down and you want to play couch quarterback, yes, Allen could have made that read
I mean,
to get the
yeah.
5 yards. But if you look at it from a football standpoint, Spagnuolo, that defensive call was just a masterpiece. It was a late blitz off of that right side of the line to where Josh Allen, nobody was blocked. I mean, for him to even get that throw off was impressive.
I mean,
Apparently,
he made a very good throw. I mean, honestly, and yeah, would I say that Dalton should have caught the ball? Okay,
it
I
would have
mean,
been
it hit him
cool.
in his arms. Yeah,
It would have been
it
cool.
would have been probably the best fourth down
It's
catch
not
anybody's
easy.
ever made. Like
Yesterday at the Penguins game, you know how they shoot out the t-shirts and the bazookas. So me and
yeah,
a couple of my buddies in Pittsburgh, we went to the game and we were all trying to catch them. Well, I'm going for one. It's like up to my right, like this way. And then my buddy to my left, Sean, if you're watching this, Sean, you owe me a t-shirt. But he's going for the one that's like 10 feet in front of us. And he's like trying to
oh my,
budge me. I can't get both hands on it. It hits right off my fingertips. I'm this close to a pink weenie shirt.
yeah. Well,
So it's not easy. I feel
I
for
would have
Dalton
just
Kincaid.
shoved him out the way. I'd have thrown him over your shoulder and be like, "Get out of my way, man! Come on!" I'd
Yeah.
have dove right down in front of that seat and got that.
So I
But
get it. You know, that's a tough play. The lights, the fans around me. My buddies hit my shoulder. It's tough to catch the ball. Now, Dalton Kincaid will be fine. He still makes millions. I had to go to
yeah,
work today. So, and now I have to do
or you do
laundry
not make
because
millions.
now I got to do laundry because all my other shirts were dirty. I was really banking on that one.
Yeah, and you do not make millions of dollars. And one thing you told me today was you get compensated very well.
I'm a millionaire
Not
in
like the
training.
NFL players.
I'm a millionaire in
Okay.
training, Cole.
In your mind, when you play Madden, your rebuild, that's where you're getting those $1 million, man.
Yeah, if you
But
want to see
do you
more
make?
of my
What do you make?
rebuild, go to our TikTok. I've got plenty
Yeah,
of
what do you? Yeah,
videos.
daily dribble podcast on TikTok. Yeah, go check
Yeah.
it out. What are you making as a head coach right now?
I do it for free. John Gruden.
Okay, that's why you went 6-10 and lost.
First season
spot
we
in the
went
playoffs.
16-1. I'm the owner, actually.
But
And
hold on. But here's the thing: he's not telling you though. He started off 5-1-1, and he finished 6-10-1.
hey, it
On
was
like an
all
8-game losing
it
streak.
was
All
it
right.
was all a plan. We're talking about a Steelers Madden simulated rebuild, a full simulation. Trust me, season 2 it's worth it. If you catch up to the TikToks, we're like 7-1-1 right now with Cade Klubnik as the quarterback. So
You drafted Cade Klubnik
yeah,
from Clemsucks.
he was
Okay,
he was a top scout. I go with the
man,
best,
come on.
man. He's a
Okay,
good one.
I mean,
All
hey,
right, but
7-1,
better than Brock Purdy.
but we'll get into that later. Don't be coming at me like that. All right. Don't be coming at me like that. But hey, let me back it up a little bit. All right. So we're talking about the Super Bowl. We're talking about who we got now. Probably none of you have ever heard of the Dog Pod that me and Blake were a part of back in college with our buddies Garrett and Cody.
That fourth
And shout out
episode
Ben
would have been
Hargrove.
electric.
Shout out Ben Hargrove for the media guy. But one episode we did do was with our favorite guy, with OG, Owen Green.
Yeah.
And man, Owen, I hope you're listening to this. I'll send it to you.
What do you think Owen's doing right now?
Dude, I don't know. This is my question. This is what he's about to do. We talked to him about the Super Bowl halftime show and the culture because it was Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent. It was in LA. It was with the Rams and Bengals.
Eminem.
And he loved the culture. Now, my question to you is, and something that I know he's thinking about, how do you feel about Kendrick Lamar performing at the Super Bowl halftime show?
I'm a Drake fan.
I'll be honest, I probably have only heard one song of his, and I don't know the whole song, so I honestly probably won't watch it.
Kendrick.
But we'll see.
I like Kendrick Lamar, but Drake won the beef. Let's be real. That's all I'm going to say.
Have you been seeing everything? I know it's old, but have you seen everything between Chris Brown and Quavo?
Oh, yeah.
Those diss tracks.
The weakest
Did you hear
link.
Chris Brown's diss track?
Yeah, no, it was fire.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Dude,
the weakest link.
Good. Dude, they're like, how are you getting out dissed or out rapped by a singer? And I'm like, because he's the best performer. Like, that's how good he is.
Yeah, no, the halftime show will be fine. He'll play Not Like Us a million times, and it's good. It's catchy music, but I think they should have had Lil Wayne. He's from New Orleans. That would have been cool. A little bit of a throwback.
Well, yeah,
But
all his whole story is cool, man. Everything about his whole story is fantastic. So I think it would have been a cool story. But
who, Lil
hey, I
Wayne?
mean,
I
yeah.
mean, the highlight of his story is probably when his tour bus got like an FBI raid
Well, I'm
on
talking
it.
about like his early life, like
Oh yeah,
when the whole cop saving him type of thing.
yeah.
That whole story is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I know he's thinking about that. But that's why I want to ask. Like, I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. If any of you guys out there do, I mean, hey, I hope you guys like him. I hope he's fantastic. So we'll see. We'll have to rate
He's
it.
pretty good, but
Um,
he's not Drake.
yeah,
Drizzy.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the performance because honestly I don't even know how he ever performs. So couldn't tell you. And we'll see what happens. But but one thing I do want to talk about since you did mention Brock Purdy, okay? What happened to the Steelers, man?
Hmm.
What happened to him?
You want me to
Started
say?
out fantastic. Started out fantastic. We're playing pretty good. Justin Fields gets you 3-0. You bring in Russell Wilson. He plays fantastic for the first couple of games, and then 5-game losing streak. First round exit in the playoffs. Is Mike Tomlin really your guy?
Listen, man, I went back and forth all season. I was on cloud nine when we were 10-3-1, and I fell victim to being in the moment. I think we're all told that, which is live in the moment, enjoy the moment, and I enjoyed the moment. I enjoyed Fields figuring it out, and then Russell Wilson with the moon ball. You know, I was living in Pittsburgh. I'm like, holy crap, we're going to the Super Bowl. And I was like, this is awesome. I just moved here. And then, like everything in life, which everyone learns, reality sucks. And hope is the downfall of man. And Russ became what Russ was. Mike Tomlin became what he is. And the standard is the standard. Losing football. It's pathetic. I could go on and on. I have a lot of rants. There's a lot of nights where I go to bed after a loss, and I'm looking at Twitter just to see the interviews of the players to see if they care as much as I do. And let me tell you, they don't. Um, I've been through a lot. It's the off season. I'm really upset we haven't made any changes. Tomlin's on his last legs. We don't really have a quarterback next year, but I'm just gonna.
I mean, hey, listen, and this is a hot take, and there's a lot of different opinions on this. I know how you feel about it.
Well, you know what our owner just said?
But
He
listen,
said they should be happy we're making it to the playoffs. I want Super
I mean,
Bowls. I want
I was gonna say
Super Bowls.
you're tied. You're tied with, or wait, you might be tied with the most Super Bowls. Well, not the most, but second
It's
most.
pathetic. The standard is the
But
standard. It's the most overblown thing. I'm just tired, but at least we don't have Jacksonville's coach. That dude's a bum.
dude, that Duval was awful. Oh
But
my
okay,
god,
I'll run this
that
down.
was so cringy.
Obviously, we're always going to talk football and sports. Always going to talk about Steelers, but it's really simple. Resign Fields. Go get a top dog wide receiver to pair up with Pickens. Shore up some cornerback spots, and then build around Fields. Have the young team actually buy into him, and if we suck, go draft Arch Manning in 2026, where the draft will actually be in Pittsburgh.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah, it's going to be awful
Are
with
you gonna
Park.
go?
I think it'd be cool to experience if I'm here. I don't know if I'll be in Pittsburgh in
Yeah,
2026. I'm just kind of
never know. You never
floating
know.
around. Chiefs keep winning
Yeah.
Super Bowls. I might be a Chiefs fan. Just kidding.
I mean, if you want to be happy at the end of the year, yeah.
Nah, I like to
But
go through the struggle. I bleed black and gold, baby.
I've been through this struggle
But
multiple
enough
years.
about my team. Let's kick
Yeah,
it over to that jersey you got on. Is that Kittle?
yeah.
When
Best
they
tight
get
end, best tight end in the league.
when are they going to get him a good quarterback to throw him the ball? What?
This is all I gotta
How
say
you
about
feeling
this.
about your
Okay.
Niners?
Yeah. Listen. Okay. Very, very disappointing year. Very disappointing.
A lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries. Yeah, and that's fair to say. I mean, that's fair to say. Your MVP candidate running back, your best running back in the league's out all year. We had some very good backups, and then all of a sudden they decided to go out. So now we're on our fourth string. That don't really do much for us.
You're on your third
But the
string
one big thing
quarterback.
I'll say, no, we're on our starting quarterback, franchise
No, you're
QB.
not.
All right. Yes, we are, bro. I tell you, it doesn't matter what you guys think. All right, Brock Purdy is the man. All right, listen, he might not be
Hey, snip
to
this.
have the
Snip
strongest arm.
this.
Yeah, I will.
This will
But
be a
listen,
TikTok question.
he might
Garbage.
not have the strongest arm. All right, but dude can see the ball and see the field very well. All right, can move out the pocket. All right, doesn't have the best O line to protect him
I'm
when he
happy
gets
you can
out of
see
there.
the ball,
Right.
Cole.
Well, I'm saying like he can see everything. Like he knows what he's doing.
I will
And
say
like,
he's a better quarterback than we've had on our roster in a while.
yeah,
So that's
yeah,
not
for
saying
sure.
much.
That's why he's about to get paid. But we're not gonna get into the whole talking about paying because I don't agree with half the stuff they talk about. But anyways, now listen. It sucks the way that Brandon Ayuk, that whole situation happened with the whole contract, and he comes in and he's not playing very well, and then all of a sudden he's out for the whole year. That's a crappy situation. I mean, it just is what it is. Debo didn't have a very good year. All right, like at all. I mean, we didn't get him the ball a ton either, which is kind of a problem. But the whole thing with George Kittle, man, he's got himself a quarterback. Back-to-back years, he leads the NFL in receiving yards as a
He's a
tight end.
dog. He's a dog.
Yeah, for sure. He's got that. Everything about him is the person you want. Same thing with Fred Warner. Those two people right there, they lead a team, they lead an organization. That's why I hope they never get rid of him. I mean, George Kittle came out and said he wanted to wear the red and gold his whole career.
Let
Which I
me
hope so. I hope he
let me
does.
ask you
But
something though, Cole.
yeah.
Brock Purdy has been to the Super Bowl with the sack
Mm-hmm.
team to beat the Chiefs, and he
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do it.
Okay.
When does it become you need a top tier quarterback? And now you can't pay everyone. I mean, the Super Bowl window's super short. You had Brock Purdy on a cheap contract. You had star talent at every level of your offense and defense. And then Brock Purdy was healthy most of the year, right?
Well, this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out for a couple games, but yeah.
What I'm saying is to have an elite quarterback, they kind of have to overcome those injuries and obstacles to win you ball games, get you to the playoffs, and at least show some value and promise. And to me, Brock Purdy, without all the weapons, is basically throwing me out there.
I
And I
mean,
think,
and
that's what.
listen, and that's fair to say, and you guys can say whatever you want, right? But here's the thing, okay? Let me run you back a little bit, all right? Brock Purdy gets drafted last overall in 2022, okay? Comes into the year as a third string quarterback. Don't know even why Trey Lance was our starting quarterback. That was doomed from the start.
That was
okay?
dumb. You
He went
drafted him after what?
drafted him as the
Maybe
third pick overall. We traded
unbelievable.
away. I don't remember who we traded away to get that pick, and we picked him, and he was terrible. He breaks his foot, okay, after 4 games, went 2-2. All right, cool, you got us 2 wins. But you lost to the Bears to start the year off, and they finished with 2 wins. That's awful. Jimmy Garoppolo comes in, which I love Jimmy G. He's the most average quarterback possible that can get you wins. But
Wow.
loved him. He
Brock
ends up
Purdy.
breaking his foot. Hold on. He ends up breaking his foot. Brock Purdy comes in that Miami game and doesn't lose a single game. Went 8-0 until the Eagles game where he blew out his UCL. All right.
Yep.
I'm not going to say that we would have won that game if he would have stayed the whole game. I'm not going to say that because the Eagles were dominant that year, like top tier.
Debo thinks so. Debo thinks
I mean,
so.
yeah, well,
He's still
because
crying
we
about that
destroyed.
game.
Well, okay. Anyways, he scored 4 touchdowns against them last year. Oh, well. But anyways, we go into the next year. He's healthy. He's ready to go. You know, starting quarterback, got everybody. Goes in, goes straight to a Super Bowl. Second year in the league. Not even a full year. He didn't even play a full year the first year. Made it to an NFC Championship game. Didn't lose a single game until that game. Went to a Super Bowl second year. We were winning that game in overtime. And defense, like I talked about earlier, in like 4 plays, they went from like the 7-yard line all the way down and scored with Mecole Hardman.
You also did blow that Super Bowl lead, so I know I give a lot of crap.
I mean, yeah,
You
I
also
know. I'm
blew
just
it.
saying, but like in 2019 too.
So Brock's really not that bad. I mean, I just give you a lot of crap.
But listen,
I'll be honest.
I know
I
you
just like
do.
seeing you fired up, Cole.
I know, but here's my thing. Here's how I tell everybody. All right, everybody wants to come at me about Brock Purdy. All right, I love the kid. I think he's fantastic.
I'll come at
All
Cody
right,
too. I'm fine with that.
yeah. Well, everybody will come at Cody. So Cody, if you're listening, when you hop on here one day, maybe we'll see what happens.
We got to give the PR team before that. We got to get some media training.
Yeah, but
this is a family-friendly podcast.
But I told everybody last year when they were like, "Man, you could throw anybody out there." I'm like, "That's cool," but if you start really looking at stats and like deep diving into them, he had the most 20-yard plus, like 20+ yard deep passes that were converted into touchdowns in the whole league. He had the number 1 QBR in the whole league. He finished 4th in the MVP racing as a technical rookie, not really, but like as a full first-year rookie, like a whole season. All right. I don't remember where he finished in yards wise or touchdowns, but he had like the stats that like nobody really looks at. Like if you go and ask a random person, they're not going to know what that QBR is. They're not going to know what, all these little small stats are. But if you ask somebody who actually watches it, he had all these stats that were way over everybody else. And yes, he has a stacked team. But if you're not a good quarterback, it doesn't matter. If you threw me out there right now to throw the ball to Debo or whatever, first off, I probably couldn't even see over the offensive line because I've never been trained to do that. I would make terrible passes. My hands ain't big enough. I can't throw the ball. I can't read a defense. I can't do any of that. So, yeah, I'm not saying he's the top best quarterback in the league. I'm not going to say that at all.
But you're just saying not everybody can do it.
No, not everybody can do it. And you got to be legit to play in professional sports. I mean, it's the same thing for us. Like me and you. Like we played in college. Yeah, we didn't play D1. Yeah, we knew we weren't going to the MLB because there's different talent levels. There's different things.
There's levels. Really well. There's levels to it.
We might have played really well. And shout out Blake, had a fantastic senior year.
That's my glory days.
Him and Cody finished 4th and 5th in doubles in the whole country or something like that.
I don't know if it was that high. They figured out I couldn't hit sliders down and away, and I started getting a heavy dose of those. But Cody kept pushing. But me and Cody, best 5-6 in the nation. But even then, with those good years, you would look across the diamond at some of the top teams. You're like,
oh my god!
Okay.
We played kids that were throwing 95 plus and
and then you realize
30 home runs a year.
And then you realize those kids wouldn't even make it at the next level or the next level.
They didn't even get they have to get drafted.
And you're like, okay,
it's awful.
But I mean, had a good career. I'm actually getting into a wood bat baseball league. There's a lot of them here in Pittsburgh. So I
played co-ed softball last year.
I'm talking real baseball, Cole.
I know, dude. You know what Stowers is trying to get me? Shout out, Jason Stowers. He was trying to get. He said there's some leagues up here in Cincinnati, like old timer leagues, like 1960s, where they wear all the stuff.
Don't do that.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to play that.
Yeah, they got some. They got some wood bat leagues here in Pittsburgh, and end of April, they said they needed a middle infielder. I said, I know a guy. And they've been recruiting me since I got here. I'm excited. We'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll get some videos and highlights, put them on our page or whatever. But, maybe I'll make a comeback. But
but to end all that, there are levels to it. And that's why I believe that he's a very good quarterback and he's going to lead us. And we'll be back in the Super Bowl. I'm not worried about that at all. We'll be back. It's not like the Bengals where they had the one time and then we'll see. And if my wife's listening, sorry, but
Bengals suck. I'll give you my I'll give you my teams right now that suck. The Bengals suck. The Broncos suck.
I don't know if they suck. I mean, they're pretty decent. They both have pretty.
It's personal with the Broncos. I'm sorry, Danny. It's not you.
Okay.
It's not you, Danny. But they suck. I turn on the TV every Sunday hoping they suck. And most times, they do. They suck.
Yeah, well, let's hope that the Eagles can do what the Broncos did to the Chiefs their last game and beat them 38-0. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I don't really know if I want Kenny Pickett to get a ring, but that'd be okay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as Travis Kelce or Patty doesn't get one, then I don't really care who wins it. But the freaking Panthers could win it. I don't care.
They might be pretty nice next year. They got a quarterback.
We'll see. But so we're gonna end this with a little trivia question, and so I'm gonna ask Blake a couple trivia questions. about his beloved Steelers, and
Oh
we'll see
boy.
what kind of fan you we'll see what kind of fan you actually are. All
Oh
right.
god. Oh
Now
god.
these aren't too hard. These are 2000s questions, so they're not like 1950s or anything like that.
I'm about to get
So,
flamed.
first question, all right?
I probably don't
I'm
know
gonna give you a
these.
little bit, and these aren't multiple choice. I'm gonna let you guess.
Okay.
How many 500-yard passing games did Big Ben have in his career? 500
Mm,
yards. Okay. How
mm.
many?
Well, he had back to back the 1 year. And then, I mean, that's pretty hard to have 500-yard passing games. So he had two the 1 year, it was like Colts and someone else. But over the entire 17, I'm going to be modest because I really don't know this. I don't like stat pat like that. I'm going to go 6.
You're close. It's 5.
Oh, damn.
It's 5. So you're close.
Okay.
You're close. But
I
hey,
knew of like,
that was
I knew of 2 to
that was pretty
3.
close though.
Is that including playoffs? Because I know it probably is including
I think
playoffs.
it's his whole career, so I think it's
Because
everything. So yeah,
he
playoffs,
had
whatever.
2 back to back, pretty late in his career, and then he had 2 playoff
Yeah.
performances with 500. So I just added 2 because
Yeah.
he's Big Ben. He's a go.
Yeah. Well, you were close. They got
Okay.
5. So
Okay, I'll take that.
I don't know if you're gonna get this one because I wouldn't have thought about this. Who did the Steelers select in the first round of 2023?
That was 2023. Hold up, was that last year's draft or the year before?
No, so 2 years. 2 years. Not Joey Porter Jr. Not him.
Oh, 2 years ago, first round.
Yeah.
That was Broderick Jones.
Hey, good job.
Come on.
Okay.
They should not.
I actually did.
That's easy. That's coke butter cheese,
I know.
Skull.
I actually didn't think if you would get that or not. I wasn't sure. I
Yeah.
was reading the names and I was like,
they drafted him as a left tackle, and
yeah, I was thinking you were going to say Joey Porter.
Now he's right side down. Joey was in first round. He was second round.
He wasn't.
I didn't think.
I thought he was their first round pick.
No.
Or was he their first pick of the draft only?
He was in the same draft as Broderick.
Okay, so he might have been.
He was the second round.
I thought he was the first.
He was second round, and he was obviously Porter's son.
Well, there you go. That's how much I know about it. So,
yeah.
Sorry, I
hey, that's not bad.
I'm glad you got it though.
I'm
glad you got it. But Blake, appreciate you joining me, man. I hope we can keep doing these things as long as possible. We appreciate you guys listening. Is there anything else you want to say, Blake, before we end it?
Nope. I'm looking forward to doing this week after week. Obviously, we'll dive into some different topics. Me and Cole got a lot of stuff we go back and forth on. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just happy we get a chance to connect. Moving has kind of sucked because we were able to hang out a little more often and actually do things. I mean, eventually, what I think would really be cool is whenever it gets warmer, I come back, we get mic'd up or something and do like a interactive golf little podcast snippet.
100%. I'll post it on YouTube. I don't care. We'll post it on TikTok everywhere. We'll have some fun with it.
Obviously, getting some guests on here. The first few I know, just me and you, get things going, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
We'll get some on there. We'll get some good topics. But one thing I want to end you guys with is we do kind of plan these out. But if you got any topics you want us to talk about, I know I asked on our Instagram the other day, and we got a couple topics, and one of them we did talk about with the whole Steelers. But
I got one thing to end on as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's unscripted.
Okay.
What? Don't be weird about this, Cole. One guilty pleasure. One guilty pleasure you want people of this podcast to know. I can start to give you a baseline.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really enjoy the High School Musical soundtrack.
It's so good, man. I don't even care. Like that's a good one. I think it's pretty good.
Bet on it, like running to that music or lifting. So I'm very theatrical. I think music tells a story, and I'm the main character in my story. So man. I have a background track, but yeah, I love High School Musical music, and I'm even going to go a little bit further in exposing myself.
Okay.
Sometimes I look up because I really like the show. My sisters grew up on High School Musical, and I get really attached to shows. So every once in a while, I YouTube what the High School Musical podcast is up to, and I just try and like
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think I do the same thing a lot. I mean, I wouldn't say I YouTube them, but like if I come across it like
I'm a
on TikTok or
fangirl.
something,
I'm a fangirl
well,
for High
if I
School
come
Musical.
across on TikTok, like I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna look them up. I'm gonna follow it.
Yeah.
Let's see. One guilty pleasure that I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure, but like you said, I'm into shows a lot. Like I really follow shows, and I'll say that they were making fun of me for it at first, but now she watches it with me. I was on TikTok one day scrolling, and these people show up on my TikTok, and I'm like, these people are like, what is this? And have you ever heard of the show, The Seven Little Johnsons? The dwarf family. There's 7 of them.
It's a weird name, Cole. Where are you going here?
No, that's what the show's called. The show's called The Seven Little Johnsons. It's on Hulu. It's a reality show about this dwarf family, and I think it's the
is that
funniest
the
thing
people
ever.
on TikTok with the teacher?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like that dude. Yeah, he's cool.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But like at first I was like, I do not like these people. Like, what is this? And then when I started watching it, she was making fun of me for it. She was like, is that like a fetish you like watching little short people? And I was like, no. I was like, no, it's a good show. So
okay.
But hey, she watches it. We watch it every single night now. We watch like 2 episodes a night. It's fantastic. Love it. So
Hey,
and then I'll kind of go back to what you're saying. I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure, but I'm a believer. I'm a Justin Bieber fan all day. I think his music's fantastic. Dude, I do. I really do.
Like young JB, like
I think everything.
Like Sean Diddy Combs JB or
no,
new
no,
JB.
Like I'm not. Yeah. I mean, I liked him when he was younger too. Like I thought he had good music, but I don't listen to it anymore. I listen to all his newer stuff. So like,
okay, I can respect
listen to it
that.
when he like, well, because he's made different type of genres. So like he's made with like Maverick City. So he's made like the Christian, and then he's gone into like what he is now. And I think he's fantastic, man. And if you think that he's a boy band for girls only, hey, he's good.
No, I like JB. I like new JB.
Yeah, he's got some good music.
Yeah, he's got that Supreme sleeve.
Yeah, hey, baby was the number 1 thing, dude. I could rap Ludacris all day long. I got that on lock. I got that on lock in my head, man. I could do it. Yeah, I could do it.
I can do one of his songs, but I'm not allowed to say that.
Yeah. Nah, but no, we appreciate you guys listening and watching. If you are, catch us every Saturday, dropping at 10 a.m. First one drops obviously today, February 8th. So go check out the Super Bowl tomorrow.
Fun fact, it's not actually Saturday yet.
No,
it's Wednesday.
It's not, but you'll see. But yeah, go catch the Super Bowl on Sunday. But yeah, let us know some topics. We'll post some stuff on our Instagram, and just let us know. And hope you guys have fun. Hope you guys like listening to us. And if we get a little too rambunctious or crazy for you guys,
we're not toning it down. You know,
this is what it's for. So we appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you next time on the Daily Dribble.
Make it a great day or not. That choice is yours.